Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat siang Sobat VIP. Hari ini bertemu lagi dengan kami di acara Ngopi VIP. Ngobrol penuh inspirasi Fakultas Ilmu Pendidikan Universitas Negeri Malang. Dan pada siang hari ini saya tidak sendirian. Saya ditemani oleh profesor dari Korea Selatan. Oke, kita punya Prof. Hyo Jung So atau kami memanggilnya Prof. So. Hey, Professor. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, Professor, would you like to introduce yourself to our audience?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Hyojong So. I'm from South Korea. I'm teaching at the Ewha Women's University in South Korea in the Department of Education and Technology.
Oke, jadi Profesor ini dari Departemen Educational Technology atau Teknologi Pendidikan dari Ewha Women University di Korea Selatan, tempatnya BTS, Blackpink, dan yang lainnya. Profesor, can we start now?
Sure.
Ya,
Yeah.
Oke. Jadi kita akan ngobrol lebih dekat dengan Prof. So terkait kedatangannya ke Indonesia. Ngapain sih Prof. So ke Indonesia? Oke, kita bedah satu persatu. Prof. So, would you like to tell us in Faculty of Education, what is your aim to come in Indonesia right now?
Aim to come to Indonesia
In our university
this time or overall?
this time.
This time I was invited to give a keynote speech at the International Conference on Education and Technology. So I'll be talking about like future education and the role of emerging technologies, especially like artificial intelligence and how we have to teach the students to work and live with AI.
Oke, thank you very much. Jadi Profesor datang ke sini sebagai keynote speaker untuk berkontribusi dan berpartisipasi dalam agenda tahunan kita yang terkenal itu iChat Conference yang akan diadakan sebentar lagi. Profesor, what is your first impression about Indonesia? I thought that this is your second time, right, to visit us in Indonesia?
In fact, I visited many times to Indonesia. Feels like Indonesia is becoming my second home now.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, so of course I've been to touristic places like Bali several times. Oh, before that I lived in Singapore for several
Singapore.
years. Yeah, that's why I went to Batam and Bintan for my holiday. And for work-wise, I have been doing research in Solo area. Yeah, so
Solo area.
I have a research partner in Solo. So I visited Solo many times, and I've been to Yogyakarta as well.
Yogyakarta as well.
And Malang is the second time.
Second time, yes.
I came last year.
Like I said, this is your second time in
Yeah.
Malang.
In Malang, second time. Yeah.
Oke, jadi Profesor ini lebih Indonesia daripada kita teman-teman karena beliau udah ke Solo, kemana aja seperti itu. So you have very familiar with Indonesian. Okay.
Yeah.
What is your
getting more-
favorite food in Indonesia, Profesor?
Oh yeah, that's the question I got from lunch today.
Wah,
And then I like the simple dish like nasi goreng and
Nasi
mee goreng
goreng.
and ayam and things like
Nasi
that.
goreng,
Oh,
mie goreng.
for Malang, I like bakso. Yeah.
bakso,
And sate.
sate.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. So many of our students in the Faculty of Education and also in University Negeri Malang must be loved with your nation in South Korea
Uh-huh.
because their bias is in your country.
Yes. They went to military service.
Yes. Yang biasnya sudah selesai wajib militer. Okay. Okay, Prof. So, talking about the cultural exchange, is there any possibility or potential chance to our student in here to get education in Ewha Women University maybe?
Yeah. So in fact, like there are programs. Yeah, if you want to study in Korea, and also in my university, there are scholarship programs for international students. But remember, Ewha is women's university, so we only accept female students. So male students should go to other universities. So if you're female and they want to study in Korea, you can consider Ewha Women's University. But you must be good at Korean language.
Okay.
So for undergraduate students, maybe the Korean language is not required. But for graduate program, you must have at least TOPIK. TOPIK is like a Korean language test. It's like a TOEFL.
Yes.
And I hope that you have to have at least level 4 or 5.
Level 4 or 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then you can get the admission, and hopefully you can get scholarship as well. Yeah.
Oke. Jadi syaratnya kalau teman-teman mau dapat beasiswa lanjut S2 di Korea Selatan, syaratnya yang pertama yaitu perempuan karena Ewha Women University is just for female.
Female only.
Dan
Yeah.
kalian harus pass pada tes kemampuan bahasa Korea minimal level 4 atau level 5. Jadi istilahnya topik, bukan lagi TOEFL ya atau IELTS, tapi khusus bahasa Korea. Yuk dipersiapkan mulai sekarang. Oke, is there any information about what kind of major or faculty in Ewha Women University, Professor?
Yeah, so Ewha is very comprehensive university. That means we have all kinds of like a major and then schools. And so we have like a medical school and school
Medical
of pharmacy, school of nursing, so medical side. And also we have engineering school, school of engineering. Of course, we have school of education and the social sciences and art and music. And so pretty much you can find any subject area or discipline area that you want to study.
Very, very complete and comprehensive.
Yeah, very comprehensive
Jadi
university.
di EUH itu nggak hanya Faculty of Education aja, tapi ada fakultas kedokteran, fakultas engineering, farmasi, seni, seperti itu. Ya, kurang lebih sama lah seperti UM, seperti itu teman-teman ya. Oke. Oke, Prof. So interesting. We move to the next question.
Yeah.
And talking about the technology integration, what innovative approach to educational technology have you seen in Korea that you believe could be beneficial if implemented in Indonesia?
So the question is something innovative in Korea
Yes.
is difficult to implement?
You found that in Indonesia is not implemented. Still not implemented yet.
Oh.
But you think that it's potential?
Potential. Innovative.
Artificial intelligence maybe or robotic?
Okay, so the AI, like I mean, in Korea we have AI textbook. That means we have a textbook, like a digital textbook, but it has AI functions in the
Yes.
textbook.
Okay.
So basically, it tracks the students' progress and it recommends some contents, what you learn based on your data or the analysis of your performance. So there are some intelligent functions. And so government invested quite a lot to develop this AI integrated digital textbook. Yeah, that has been one of the innovations that have impacted public school system. Yeah, but of course there are concerns about
Yes.
AI as well.
Agree.
So although the government invested a lot to develop this AI digital textbook, like teachers and parents, there are some resistance
Yes.
to it. Yeah, so I don't know whether this is innovative, but in a way it also raised some concerns about using technology in education.
There is pro and contra.
Pro and cons coexist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same with Indonesia, our Ministry of Education has been released about the generative AI for education.
Right.
Yeah. It has been disseminated last year in Indonesia, and like you said, there is a pro and contra.
That's why.
Yeah. So this is our challenge as a educator in this era.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oke, jadi di Korea itu udah boleh pakai AI sama seperti di Indonesia. Cuman masih ada aja pro dan kontranya. Nah, seperti dulu waktu kita menggunakan kalkulator untuk belajar matematika, semoga hal ini segera berlalu dengan pemikiran kita yang lebih open mindset seperti itu ya. Karena di Korea sana juga udah mulai kok, tapi lebih mengarah ke hal yang sifatnya produktif seperti itu. Oke, Profesor, this is the two last question.
Uh-huh.
Talking about challenge in education
Mm-hmm.
in Korea. Uh, as we know that Korea is one of the most futuristic country in Asia,
Mm-hmm.
powerful in industry and
Mm-hmm.
also in education.
Mm-hmm.
What is the big challenges
Mm-hmm.
that you have faced as a
Mm-hmm.
lecturer in Korea?
Mm-hmm. As you mean the change in the education system
Yes.
overall? Okay.
Yes.
Not university, right?
No. Overall.
Yeah. Yeah, so internationally, Korea is known for the quality education system. Yeah, that means why the Korea is so good at internationally in education is I think it's pretty much depend on the quality of teachers. Yeah, so the Korean teachers are very competent, and they are selected based on the high competition. All right,
Okay.
but to some extent, teachers are not really the occupation that people want to be. Yeah, so in a way that the the profession, the teaching profession is losing the attraction. Yeah, compared to other occupations that may give more financial incentives and things like that. So the one concern that probably the education system need to address is the how to maintain this quality teachers in the long run. Okay, and also the Korean population is decreasing these days. That means many schools are gone. Yeah, many schools are gone. That means there's a less demand for teachers as well. We don't need that many teachers, right? So perhaps it's not the challenge the education system is facing, but more like the College of Education or the Faculty of Education is facing. Because the Faculty of Education or College of Education has focused on preparing teachers, right? But since the society needs less teachers, okay, because the number of schools is decreasing, so how we can prepare for this challenge? Yeah, is the question that we must address as well.
Okay,
I'm
so
not sure whether you have the similar problem here.
yes, we
Yeah.
have similar problem. But the good one in Korea, the government stand to keep the quality of the teacher, right?
Yeah. The government invest. The Korean
Yes.
one thing I really respect about the Korean government is that they invest quite a lot
So,
about maintaining the teacher quality and professional development.
so
Yeah.
government so appreciate with the teacher,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so can we talk that the teacher in Korea, in South Korea, have a high salary like
No,
that?
no, no, not
No.
really. That's why I say earlier that as a profession,
As a
uh,
profession.
yeah, the being a teacher is losing attraction because compared to other occupations, the salary may not be good. Yeah, so but maybe some people like to choose teaching because it gives a stable position. Yeah, until their retirement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ya, I got it. Thank you,
Yeah.
Prof. So, jadi di Korea itu pemerintah itu sangat menjaga dan mengapresiasi kualitas guru-guru seperti itu. Sama di Indonesia, gajinya juga tidak terlalu tinggi, tapi pemerintah menjamin bahwa guru-gurunya itu sejahtera dan semuanya tercukupi. Tergantung dari kualitas dari sang guru itu, apakah dia bisa meningkatkan kapabilitasnya, skillnya, okupasinya, seperti itu. Jadi high demand, high quality like that. Okay, Prof. So we move the last question.
Okay,
Enggak
great.
nggak terasa udah mau masuk di pertanyaan terakhir. Oke, talking about the future of education, is there any potential research between lecturer in Universitas Negeri Malang Faculty of Education with EOH Women University? Um, I specific is there any potential research joint research maybe or guest lecture between your university and our university?
Yeah, I know the university is trying to expand the program, internationally. And so I know there was a discussion about like offering joint degree programs. Yeah, but it could be one possibility, just that our university is women's university, so we cannot give degrees to male students.
Yes.
So that's the limitation that we have. In terms of research, of course, we can try to find opportunity to collaborate. So there are like a funding opportunities that we can do like a small scale international research, and if we can find like a common topic, that perhaps some faculty members can join the team and then do a project together.
Okay. Bagus sekali. So thank you Professor for your information. Jadi nggak hanya mahasiswa Fakultas Ilmu Pendidikan dari Universitas Negeri Malang aja yang bisa pergi ke Korea, tapi dosen-dosennya juga terbuka kesempatan untuk ke EOH Women University. Salah satunya Mr. Otto Fajarianto.
Yeah, he came in July with the students.
Yeah, last July he visited Korea.
Yeah.
So he posts the story, WhatsApp story, in front of High Entertain, the city.
Really?
Yes, the office of BTS.
BTS.
Make us so jealously. Pauto, jangan seperti itu lagi. Jadi terbuka kesempatan besar untuk kolaborasi antara dosen dan juga mahasiswa. Tapi untuk mahasiswanya lebih ke arah female student. Okay, Professor, thank you very much for this podcast. Teman-teman mungkin masih ingin lagi ya, tapi kita dibatasi oleh waktu, dan semoga pencerahan hari ini kalian mendapat pencerahan, maksudnya kalian mendapatkan insight, wah setelah ini saya harus ke Korea, South Korea. Ternyata ada namanya EOH Women University yang sudah bekerja sama dengan Fakultas Ilmu Pendidikan seperti itu. Professor, do you have any statement for our audience in Faculty of Education? Do you have some information or something to talk about this university?
This university? Yeah, I had some interaction with the students here, and I found that they are quite eager to learn, and then very innovative and creative as well. So I think you have a great potential to have great students, and then also nurture the future talent. Yeah.
Before this podcast, Professor mengisi guest lecture di
Yeah.
Prodi Educational Technology.
I did the guest lecture about future education and technology, and then we had a great session. Okay. The students ask very important questions, and they share their ideas, and they have a great potential.
Jadi teman-teman, kalian punya potensi besar ya. Kata Profesor, semangat, tanamkan potensi itu, jangan menyerah, belajar dengan keras, semangat. Insya Allah South Korea menunggu. Thank you very much Profesor for this interesting session.
Yeah, thank you for the invitation.
Saya Deka Dewi Utami, host dari Ngopi VIP ini, undur diri. Terima kasih. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.